Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to My Town Films. I just got back from LA, that's why I haven't been posting. I'm not really into the vlogging thing. I know I'm kind of doing it right now, but I'm just not a big fan of the whole vlogging trend on YouTube right now, so that's why I didn't vlog. But the car is sitting right over there, and I'm probably going to go start it up, see if it starts up alright. And yeah, we're going to get right back into where we left off. Alright, so we've been gone for about 5-6 days now, and the car is just completely dirty. So the next thing on the list to buy is a car cover, since I can't keep it in a garage. This is kind of getting annoying now because every time I leave the car out, it gets dirty. And like, it stains the paint, so I have to sit there and scrub where bird poop is and all this other crap. So let's see if it'll start up first try. Hopefully it's not like when I went to Japan and it wouldn't start at all. So here we go. Number one. Wow, it actually started. Uh-oh, copyright. I don't remember taking my shift knob off, but I guess I took it off for whatever reason. Alright, so I just got back from the car wash. Car's looking a little better. But there are a couple problems that I've never mentioned to you guys that I probably should mention to you guys now. So the paint is gloss white, right? And if you look at the car, it's not very glossy. Now, the few people that have actually seen this in person when I was at Honda Day know that it's not that glossy. But, you know, they said it looked nice, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure. Maybe my expectations for $8 paint is just a little high, but it's not very glossy at all. So I need to buff it and all that good stuff. Now the spray can, I used the spray can in a couple areas. Sorry about the bugs, they do that every day. The spray can right here, it looks a little glossy in the shade, but whenever I'm in direct sunlight like this, it just overexposes the whole car. It makes it look really white. So you can't see it, but if I go into the shade, you can kind of see the gloss. But that needs to be fixed. This all needs to be fixed. It needs to be it needs to be cut and buffed. So that will happen. The paint chipped in a couple areas at the car wash just recently today, actually, right here. Not sure what this tan stuff is, but I guess I didn't put enough paint here. That's my fault. Or maybe I just got way too close with the pressure washer and it took off the paint. So that needs to be fixed. And yeah, this whole front bumper is just a mess. Like I said, it looks like that. Bunch of condensation in the headlights. Just these two. I don't know why this keeps happening. Like, it goes down on its own one day, and then the next day, just boom, pops up condensation, and now it looks ugly. This one looks flawless. This is the best one. I cleared it with clear coat. Somebody said it's gonna peel. We'll see what happens. It looks good, and I never touched this one because I wanted to see the comparison between the two. So I gotta figure out how to get the condensation out of that. And also, the lip decided it wanted to chip a lot, and I probably didn't put enough coats on it, but we'll just hit that again in the future. Yeah, it looks kind of tacky, so I'll fix that. The corner lights still look good. They're good. Nothing to worry about. The hood's fine. Hood's good. So let's get to the... Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this also happened today. I went to Wells Fargo to get some money out because I was going to go to the barber shop, but they're closed on Mondays, so I pull up at Wells Fargo and I got too close and I scraped my window right here. Not my window. What are these? Mirrors. That's what they're called. Mirrors. And yeah, so it's scraped. Now it's red, so I got to respray. So I'm talking a lot about paint stuff, and I know a lot of you guys say stop worrying about paint, stop worrying about paint, start worrying more about like mechanical things. So I did notice that there was a weird burning smell coming from my car when I was driving it, and I wasn't sure what it was. and it smelled like burnt rubber, and I was like, well, weird. And this is when I had my Falcons on. I have the LS mesh back on because these are my daily tire and those are my track tires, so that's why I switched. So I'm back on the Coom hose again, and I noticed the burning smell on both of the tires. So I was like, okay, it can't be both the tires. So I noticed that it had to be something else. So I checked all of my wheels, checked them all. I checked the fronts checked out good. I checked the rears, he sort of checked out good, except for this one. So this one, I'm not sure what's going on back here, but it's gonna get replaced. Something needs to get replaced back here. So I'm guessing it's the caliper, the stuck caliper maybe, because when I put the calipers on way long ago, it was a pain to push the piston back in. So maybe the calipers messing with me. I don't know what's going on. So I'm gonna replace the brakes, the rotors, and we'll see what happens. And hopefully I can fix it. I'm really hoping it's not the caliper, because if it is, I'm probably just gonna replace both calipers, because why not? Another problem that I came into was fixing this bumper. Now, I probably have to put these clips back in. That's what somebody told me to do, put the clips back in. And it'll get pushed right back up, so I'll fix that. That's a no-brainer. That's an easy fix, so I don't really have to worry about that. Alright, so since the last video that I made about the 10 things that I hate about my Integra, which got a lot of hate. It's kind of funny, I never got that much hate on YouTube before, so that's weird. But some stuff has been fixed since then. For one, the ignition switch problem, or the safety neutral switch, which a lot of you guys commented and said. When I started the car and the car would not like turn over, it would just like click and nothing would happen. So basically all I did for that was replace the spark plugs. Haven't had a problem since, so we're good. That's all it needed. The old spark plugs had a bunch of oil on them, so I just got rid of that and cleaned out the spark plug well, and it's been running fine ever since. So that problem's gone. But there is a new problem. Where is it? So the strut bar is kind of water. The strut bar is zip tied right now to these wires right here, because all of the bolts somehow came undone. And the one bolt that managed to stay in just so happens to be this one, and this one is rusted in, so I have to get a torch that off and take this off and remount it again with new bolts. That's what happens when you don't open the hood almost like every other day to check on your engine bay occasionally. So that's another problem. We still have the AC problem. Winter's coming up, so I don't care. I've never had the luxury of enjoying AC, so it doesn't really faze me like that. And I work outside a lot, so I mean that doesn't really bother me like that. That's why I'm not so eager to fix it. So yeah, that's no engine problems, no oil problems. I think I'm almost at 5K for the oil change. I run synthetic, so we'll get that changed before the first track day. And the last problem that I wanted to talk to you guys about has been driving me nuts. So this is probably the only thing that's preventing me from doing more work to the car right now, because it's just so stupid. It's always the little things that mess up a work day, always. You know, it's just the stupid things that you would never expect to happen. So I went to the Acura dealership, and basically the reason why I went to the Acura dealership was because I wanted to replace my front rotors. I never did front rotors before, but it's a simple job. It's not easy. It's not hard. So I go to the Acura dealership because the front caliper bracket bolts were seized. They were rusted. They were really rusted. So I tried using a ratchet. I think it was 17mm for the front brackets, and a ratchet wouldn't work, and I stepped on the ratchet to push it down to give it more torque. That didn't cut it. I ended up breaking my ratchet, so I think it's still in my car somewhere. Nah, I probably threw it out. So that ratchet's gone. So then, like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I bought a impact wrench. Now I always wanted an impact wrench, specifically an air impact wrench, because I love the sound of them, and I apparently don't have a big enough compressor for it, so I got an electric one. Electric one was from Harbor Freight, and it was, I think, like $50, so it wasn't bad. And I hooked it on, took off the lug nuts on the wheel. That was a success. That was awesome, really fast. But once I got to that bolt, nothing. Like, it would just go, and it just nothing. It would just not move at all. So then I just kept doing it, and then eventually, like, my hearing in my ear was like fainting away, and I couldn't hear at all. So I just stopped, returned it, and here we are. I have my bolt right here, OEM. The part number is some long number that you're probably not even gonna know. It's 90107 SM4000, which looks like this. And yeah, so I have to figure out somehow to get all 4 of them out with a torch. Now I'm thinking about going to the mechanic and letting them deal with it, because I'm just so sick and tired of going back down there and trying to do it myself. So I'm probably going to drop it off at the shop sometime this week, and we're going to just see what happens and see how they can do it, because I'm so done with it. And I know it's silly and easy, but some things I just don't want to do them. Alright, so the colors that were most requested back here were black, yellow, red, and gray. And red was a tie with yellow, so I'll just consider them at the same. But I didn't want to do black because I already have black back here. Yellow, the reason why I'm not choosing yellow is because somebody mentioned McDonald's, and I just instantly got a bad thought in my head of my car being referred to as the McDonald car on YouTube. So that's not happening. And that just leaves with red, which, you know, kind of matches the seat, so I didn't want to do red. So that just leaves gray / silver, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so that's what I'm going to go with. So I want to say a big thanks to Splay and Play for actually donating to my channel. It's just weird because I was searching so hard to figure out who actually did that, or why my analytics just spiked way up for no reason. So big thanks to you, I really appreciate it. But if you want to donate to my channel, just let me know beforehand, and I'll set up something third party, like, I don't know, Patreon or something. I don't expect a lot of people to donate to my channel. You know, we're all building our own project cars, so we don't have money to just give to other people. But if you are one of those people who want to do that, just let me know so I can figure something out, you know, beforehand. But I really do appreciate that Splay and Play, so he's going to be sponsoring that video. I'm gonna put his, you know, YouTube channel in the description because he's just awesome for that. I just can't wait to paint the whole entire inside again. So we're gonna get right back into painting, probably sometime next week or maybe 2 weeks from now. I'm gonna start ordering the paint this weekend, actually, because this weekend I have to start prepping the car for taking it to the shop and figuring out all this other stuff that I have to do to the car before my first track day. So thank you for donating, Splay and Play. Thank you guys for sticking around to the end of the video, and now I will see you guys in the next one.